Peace World, we already know who it is. So check this out. The other day, I saw a clip by the Breakfast Club. This is in no means, shape, form, or fashion attacking the brother. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about, you know it's all love. I got mad love for him. But during the interview, Charlemagne asked a question. But before I go on the question, I'm going to read something from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan from his study guides, right? You could get that at thefinalcall.com/store, right? The study guide number 4, The Struggle for Balance, he writes, the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan writes, this is a question. Why do our relationships in life invariably bring discontentment, dissatisfaction, and in most instances dissolve? The answer. It is because our inclination towards other human beings is not a primary inclination. It is secondary. We cannot find fulfillment in any secondary need if we ignore the primary need. Our primary need is for Allah God. Though He is the true center of our universe, our existence, we have replaced Him with secondary needs, which cannot be successfully done. When we put our personal relationships ahead of our relationship with Allah God, we are guilty of shirk, which is the Arabic word for belief in more than one God. When we set up gods besides Allah, not only do we bring about the degeneration and destruction of those relationships, but we destroy the hope of a relationship with Him. All right, so I'm gonna close this. Right? Don't focus on the words. I don't want to hear, yo, I ain't Muslim. I ain't trying to hear that. Focus on the principle. That's what we're dealing with, the principle. Charlemagne asks, brother, yo, when did you know your wife was a safe space for you? And the brother gives his answer. I don't think anyone should be a safe space for you. Your safe space is with your creator, your bond with your creator, right? Because what tends to happen, especially for men, in my judgment, my opinion, if you put that type of expectation on someone and they fall short, it leads for a great dissatisfaction, right? And 9 times out of 10, what we're looking for in another person is within us. And shout out to Mr. Lucario, because he always said the truth is within you. And I agree with that. You see what I'm saying? So when we don't have a relationship with God, we keep finding out a need, trying to find that need or what we're missing in another person, and go after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, not knowing that we're the source of our disappointment because we're not connected to the source. You see what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. And I'm not saying as men, you can't be safe with your woman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But she shouldn't be a safe space. You know what I mean? You should be safe within yourself. You know what I mean? And she's an extension of you. So of course you're going to feel safer if you feel safe with yourself, because she's going to mirror you if you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, ain't nothing towards against the brother. I got mad love for him and his family, but I disagree with that kind of perspective. And I think that's what's really wrong with relationships today. We keep trying to find the need within another person or to fill a void. You know what I'm saying? And then we end up being disappointed. We go on to the next and we keep carrying this type of thing within us instead of learning more about ourselves to bring something to that relationship. You know what I mean? And shout out to Don Spears, because in his book, In Search of Good Pussy, he talks about the 2 things that in relationships is incompatibility and unrealistic expectations. All right. So on this example that I'm talking about, it'll be the unrealistic expectation, trying to have somebody else to fill a need or void for you, when you can learn to develop yourself, right, and develop that relationship with your creator, whatever you want to call them, Allah, Great Pumpkin, Jehovah, whatever, Yahweh, whatever, but you get the drift. So if y'all got something to say, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. I love to hear it, but don't be disrespectful, of course. All right, signing off. Train hard, train smart, train safe. Peace.